many traders are in jail. Some are facing trials in court. Others are having sleepless nights. Some are in cell. Some are having police harassment. Some are, their family can't sleep because of bills, because of debt, a lot of debt, accounts they have blown, agreements that have been breached, or maybe accounts that have been blown, no agreement. Hello traders, my name is MJ Young, CEO of FX Oracle AI Global. Like you know me, I am the person always talking on the dark truth of Forex. In the Dark Truth podcast, I always bring to you about the dark side of Forex and how you can balance it. Now, for about 5 months, you have not seen me, and many of you have reached out and so on. But then I need to put it out there. I wasn't actually feeling fine. I was actually dealing with some health issues, but now, thank God, I am back and strong, and I'm back for you again. So welcome back to the Forex Dark Truth podcast with me. Today is only me. Nobody's going to be interviewing me because I want to talk about an important matter in the industry. And let me say this very, very quickly. Do not skip this video because you might need it for yourself as an upcoming Forex trader. You will need it as an expert top trader. You will also need it as someone who is a friend to a Forex trader. You will may also need it as someone who is a brother or a sister to a Forex trader, or as someone who is related or the father or mother of a Forex trader, because the Forex industry is actually a different kind of industry, different from what you know in most organizations. So this very podcast is very important, and this is why you are seeing me holding today a piece of paper, and I'm going to be addressing some things because this paper represents an agreement. And so please, Forex trader, I want you to put your ears down, take your paper, take your pen, and please listen to me. Stay with me on this journey. Now, I'm going to be talking about how to avoid jail, or today I'm talking about how to avoid jail as an upcoming Forex trader. Please listen carefully. As an upcoming Forex trader, the moment you start your Forex journey, you first get to the point where it is exciting. When you get into your demo account or your live account, the pips start coming, the money start rolling, the blues start coming, and sometimes it's like a miracle to you, and you are like, wow, I think right now I am fit, right now I'm professional. Have you been there where you feel like you're on top of the world? There's nobody that knows trading like you. Your strategy is the best. Your strategy is like no loss strategy. In fact, you probably gave your strategy a name, like maybe the sniper strategy or the 100% winning rate strategy, and you boast about it for some time on social media to friends, to people, only to meet an unexpected end one day just because the market turned around. And let me tell you, it is not new. Many Forex traders experience this in their journey as a phase by phase. But in between that experience and your growth, you discover something. When you begin to post, show off, or begin to have a lot of experiences, people begin to approach you, especially if you are the social media type or the outspoken type about your success. Of course, nobody want to keep success silent, okay? Now, people begin to come to you. Hey, guy, I'm interested in learning Forex. Then there are these 95% people who are never interested in learning. They are interested in investing. They want to make money like you, and nobody blames them. I don't blame them. You shouldn't blame them. Then they bring you an offer and say, guy, I have $1,000. I have $10,000. I have $100,000, and I want you to trade it for me. Now, I know most of these offers are juicy, and you know, this is your opportunity to rise, to prove yourself, especially when you are from a point where you don't have fund, a family where there's no support, or a society or a place where you don't really have fund, but you have proven yourself maybe a little bit over time. Now it's time to scale up. Now remember, whenever it's time to scale up in anything, you will need funding. You're going to need partnership, and this is one of those times where your life can have a bad turnaround. Hi, don't skip this video, because this may be the only video you may ever need in the forex space online. My name is Sir MJ Young, and I'm the CEO of FX Oracle AI Global. Are you struggling with consistency in the forex industry even after many years, or you are a newbie and you want to start your journey rightly? I am hosting the last forex boot camp in the forex space on the 12th and 13th, and on the 26th and 27th of this month. It's going to be 2 boot camp in 1 month with amazing access. In the Forex Last Bus Stop boot camp, there is no fee, no buying of courses, just mentoring and giving you the opportunity to test proven strategy and AI with more than 1 year performance result on live account. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last bus stop, and this is where Forex Without Tears starts from. In this Forex Bootcamp, you will be given access to 2 top most profitable robots and software that most top Forex brokers and professionals are keeping away from you. Click the link below and chat us and join 1,000 traders around the world from different countries who are already using these robots in this bootcamp. Thank you, and see you there. In the forex industry, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dark truth of forex. Many traders are in jail. Some are facing trials in court. Others are having sleepless nights. Some are in cell. Some are having police harassment. Some are, their family can't sleep because of bills, because of debt, a lot of debt, accounts they have blown, agreement that have been breached, or maybe account that have been blown, no agreement. Remember, I've spent a decade in this industry, and I can tell you, because a lot of people come to me, a lot of investors, a lot of traders who have got into trouble, they come to me. So today I want to help you address that most important part where you feel on top of the world as a trader. I want to address it because that is the most subtle part. That is the most, that part is the part that can lead to a big, downside for you if not well managed. Remember, I'm a mentor and I can help you manage your journey. So pay attention carefully. How do you avoid jail as an upcoming trader? Don't say this is not for you. Don't say, MJ, I know what to do. No, you don't know what to do. There are signs that you are already heading towards that way. You might not be in jail, but you are 3 steps away from jail. You might not be in jail, but you have lost peace. You can't even walk around the town. You can't freely drive. You can't freely show yourself in maybe public places because you are scared of an investor seeing you. One investor somewhere is hunting you. There's another investor somewhere, you are no longer replying their chat. Some of them, you have blocked them from seeing your status. Some of them, you have blocked them. You don't answer their call again. Once that call comes in, your heart is beating. You have BP. So you need to pay attention. If it is you directly or your friends, you need to pay attention, or a family member. So stay with me. How do you avoid jail? Or why does many forex trader get into trouble in the first place? Number 1, they don't have structure. They lack structure and compliance. If you lack structure and compliance in place as a forex trader who owns a company, or who as an individual operate as a company, you will definitely get into trouble. Lack of structure is a recipe for trouble in any business, in any organization, and forex is not exempted. Remember, forex is the most structureless industry you can ever find yourself, where individuals decide to do anything, misbehave, and they don't care. So here is it. You must have a structure. Most forex traders doesn't have a structure on ground. They are fund managers. They want to receive people fund, no structure. And by structure, I just want to point out some few things. Number 1, you need to have a lawyer. You need to have a lawyer. Listen, you need to have a lawyer that that actually draft legal documents that bind you and your investors or people who you are dealing with their firms. There is need to also take dealings in accordance to compliance. You can't ignore compliance in the industry, in the state, and then not get into trouble. There's a reason why the forex broker does not collect people's money and trade for people. It's because of compliance. That compliance alone and structure regulates their behavior and their staff. So you don't find a broker getting into such a problem, or an MD in a broker getting into such a trouble, except if he is doing that behind the brokerage, but that is not in line with compliance. See, compliance will keep you safe. This is for your safety, guys. So as an upcoming forex trader or as a top forex trader, you have been making this mistake again and again. Understand what the laws of the country say, the law of your nation says about collecting people's money, investment, and how it is dealt with. You need to know that. What does the law has to say? Then for yourself, you need to understand your own industry. Now, for the issue of structure, get a lawyer. You are not a lawyer. You can just make promises. You shouldn't just make promises when you are not a lawyer. Those promises should be backed up by law, so that tomorrow when it's time to defend yourself, maybe when things get south, maybe when things get downside, you will be able to make reference to the law. Because let me tell you, when it is time to actually begin to have trouble, nobody is going to be saying, hey, your strategy was 100%, oh, Donald Trump did this, oh, it was the market. No, they are going to make reference to the law of the land, the law, the constitution. What is the compliance? Do you have structure? And now, it's not that time you are going to start running from one lawyer to the other. Hey, guy, help me, please. I'm in trouble. You need to defend me. Somebody is suing me. You see, somebody is suing you on the basis of what? And then the lawyer listens to you and says, no, guy. See, you need to get it right from the start. As a forex trader, protect yourself first. Next to protecting yourself, you now protect the fund of your investor. Because most of you are not protected. Most of you are candidate of jail. Most of you are playing around jail time. And you have wives, you have kids, you have people, and yet you collect money without structure. Now, let me explain to you something. One thing structure will do for you. Number one, structure is going to bring clarity to every deal. Without structure, there won't be clarity. Structure is going to bring definition into every deal with investors. You're going to know what is the investor supposed to expect. You're going to know what you should not go beyond. Let me give you for example. Have you ever seen any bank promising 20% per month? Even per year, you don't see it. Do you know why? There's structure and compliance in place for them. And yet, they have been there for years. So this is the lack of structure that makes you feed the greed of an investor and tell the investor you can pay him 50%. You can pay him 20%. You can pay him 30% in a month. Meanwhile, your family is not in charge of the forex market. One word and one tweet from Donald Trump can turn your whole trade upside down. Let me ask you a question. When you were making promises to your investors, high yield promises, returns, and with confidence, and with your no loss nonsense strategy that you thought that will never fail, did you ever thought that Donald Trump was going to tweet? Did you ever thought about the tweet of Donald Trump? Did you ever thought about that there's going to be a war in Iran, or there's going to be an oil problem? There's going to be something that can maybe cause problem along the line. Now, listen to me. This is where I get interested. Do you know that it is not all about just winning? When we talk about structure and compliance, it's not all about losing. Like, oh, maybe the fault is your strategy. It's not just strategy based. Traders, please pay attention. You want to avoid jail, or you want to avoid trouble, sleepless night, police station harassment, and all of these things. You want to have peace and live freely as you grow and as you move up. Please listen to me. Sometimes even your broker can manipulate your trade. Your broker can even be the reason why you get into the trouble in the first place. Another time, your broker can shut down with the money. The good thing is investors doesn't care. There's no investor that care. Okay, bank can shut down and nobody, but investors in the forex market, listen to me, they will definitely going to take you to the court, or they will start coming after you and harassing you. Nobody will listen to your explanation. Remember, you choose the broker they came 2. The investors didn't. So this is why you should align yourself with compliance and put structure in place. This structure should tell you with definition, with clarity, what is supposed to be done. Now, under the structure is where we are coming to agreement. Listen, look at this paper I'm holding. This is just like a sample of an agreement, okay? A legal agreement you should have as a trader with your investor. Never receive funds without a legal agreement. There must be an MOU between you and the investor. You should never. This paper is the reference point. This paper is your insurance. This paper is your future. This paper is what defines the boundaries for what your investor do and what your investor cannot do. This paper is going to be what is going to decide how crisis time will be managed, not just profit. Most times, when most traders are dealing with investors, they only think about profit. That's where the problem is. They're only thinking about profit. Nobody ever think, what if the market goes negative? What if everything shut down against me? What if there is a dump? What if there is but nobody talks about that. Now, investor is excited, is emotional. Listen, you don't build successful businesses and fund management on emotion. You build it on structure. You build it on laws. You build it on strategic compliance so that everybody knows their boundary. If not, you'll be dragged here and there. When they start dragging you on social media, you can come with your MOU. You can come with your legal document. You can come with your agreement. You can shut down or at least, not everybody have lost their senses on social media. So people can know this is it. Now, for most investors, listen to me. The moment you sign this document, listen to me. The moment you sign this document, you are bound to this document. There is no emotional about it. I'll give you for example. Maybe you signed that you are ready to lose all your funds. You can see that you are ready for the risks and you are ready for the uncertainty that comes with the forex market. And now you gave the person $100,000. Now the $100,000 is no more. So you woke up that morning and you are like, what happened? We were in $20,000 profit just yesterday and now there is zero balance. And then you saw it was a loss and you're like, no, I can't accept this. I can't accept this. No, you already accepted it the moment you signed the paper. It is not a decision you made after. You can't accept it, doesn't come in. So this is where I want to get to my point number 2. Never receive money from people. In fact, never manage funds for people without a legal agreement that tells you exactly the limit you can go in terms of profits and in terms of losses. Hi, don't skip this video because this may be the only video you may ever need in the forex space online. My name is Sir MJ Young and I'm the CEO of FX Oracle AI Global. Are you struggling with consistency in the forex industry even after many years, or you are a newbie and you want to start your journey rightly? I am hosting the last forex boot camp in the forex space on the 12th and 13th and on the 26th and 27th of this month. It's going to be 2 boot camp in 1 month with amazing access. In the Forex Last Bus Stop boot camp, there is no fee, no buying of courses, just mentoring and giving you the opportunity to test proven strategy and AI with more than 1 year performance result on live account. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last bus stop, and this is where Forex Without Tears starts from. In this Forex Bootcamp, you will be given access to 2 top most profitable robots and software that most top Forex brokers and professionals are keeping away from you. Click the link below and chat us and join 1,000 traders around the world from different countries who are already using these robots in this bootcamp. Thank you and see you there. If you must avoid trouble as a forex trader or you must avoid jail, this must be in place. Let me tell you something. I have people, please listen. I'm talking because I have people who have come to me, they are in the point of jail. Some of my friends, traders, I love them, I sympathize with them, but they are in court right now. In fact, I remember a particular trader, after, handling millions of naira, I remember one day he was to be sentenced to prison. They had to call me. It's either he's paying some amount of money or he's going to prison today. Listen, I had to, with tears, remove money just to save him from prison. But you know what? I might not be there to save you. Your friend might not be even financially buoyant to save you. Somebody may not come. This may be the only help you need. Listen, go back and draft a clear agreement between you and your investor. And that agreement should contain at what point of loss should trading stop. Please listen again. At what point of loss should trading be paused? For example, you must agree on the risk tolerance level of the investor. Both of you must come to an agreement to say that if you are giving me $100,000 to trade for you, once we have lost 30%, we are to pause. That is number one. You must know the point at which you are to pause trading the account, so that the investors doesn't get 100% loss. It is funny to see even a fund manager who says a professional in it, an expert, coming to tell you you lost the 100% entire capital of an investor. Come on, let's be real. We are the one giving bad name to this industry as traders. This industry is not as bad as people has made it. It is we forex traders that have been giving bad name to it. Why? We lack structure, we lack compliance, we lack mentoring. Many of us are just out there just to be rich. That is all. We don't even have the basis what it takes, the structure it takes to be rich. So we give bad name every day. You can't just risk somebody's fund. Do you know if that is the only fund they have? Do you know if they sold the only house of the family just to give you the fund because of the promises you made, because of what they saw from you on social media or what you talked about from your status? Let me tell you something. We must actually address this thing as forex traders. Investors should never always be victimized. Let me tell you, most of you who are ignoring this, maybe in comment section, or you are saying, MJ, why are you addressing it? Let me tell you something. Many investors are crying. I will tell you why most top traders are not in jail in Nigeria. Number one, in Nigeria, judgment can be bought. Judgment can be delayed. If you are dealing with maybe a top guy like me, I'm not into that nonsense. Is that okay? But let's say you are dealing with somebody with influence and money. It is difficult for you to get justice in Nigeria, especially in Africa continent. So you need to know that. So you might think that maybe your mentor who is doing it, you might think everything is fine. Your mentor has mastered the act. Some of them has paid many top police officers. Some of them has bribed their way. When they take them or drag them, the case is suppressed. And some of them also have mastered the act of having a written agreement. And that is where most of the cases die off. But you don't know about it. So somebody approach you with money. And you know your first mistake is that you didn't have agreement. Your second mistake is you accepted a transfer, a bank transfer of the money. Not that the person funded his broker account and you are managing it, but you accepted the money in your bank account. How can you accept 50 million, 100 million, 200 million in your bank account? You have already breached compliance, because that has turned to an investment, and you don't understand by compliance what to do, at what level. You see, there are things you need to put in place for you to be able to receive funds legally from people in any country. So you have already violated compliance. And that is your first mistake. Now there's evidence the money is in your account. Number two, that makes it an investment. And number three, you now promise a fixed return monthly. Oh, forex trader, who did this to us? Like, why are you so much in haste to impress people? Fixed monthly. And you didn't just promise it, you promised a high return. You are telling somebody you want to give them 50. I met somebody 50% return per month. I was like, wow. Which markets? All because you need to scale, you need fund. Let me tell you, you are already preparing yourself for trouble, And let me tell you, if you have not gotten in trouble, sooner or later you will. I'm sure people are already on your DM haunting you. I'm telling you how to be a forex trader and live in peace. You got to have a wife, kids, or you already have one, and you have family, even if you don't plan to marry. Don't drag your family into your mess, because this industry can be messy. So don't drag them. So I'm saying this today, addressing the fact that as a forex trader, you can't just promise people return 50%. Now, you are promising 50%. Do you own the market? What about the downtime of the market? What about when you hit stop loss? Now, remember, you collected this money, and your confidence is the fact that you are going to use part of the money from the person capital to pay in month 1 and month 2. And before month 3, you are going to be up. Oh, my friend, mistake number 3. You are making promises on markets that is yet to move. Trade that is yet to be made. Profit that is yet to enter into your account. Let me be frank with you and pause here a little so that you can come closer. Come closer. Listen to me. Once capital gets into the forex market in the broker, it's called liquidity risks. I want to say that again. Once your capital from your bank account is transferred to the brokerage firm, that capital becomes liquidity risks. At that point, it is exposed to risks already. Part of liquidity risks is the fact that the brokerage industry itself can incur a loss and it will shut down with your money. So this is the reason why you can't just afford to begin to promise people high return and fixed deposit. Fixed return. You need to discuss many things. Now, there are investors that are used to, 9 to 5 job, monthly salary. Some of them are used to Ponzi scheme. So they come to you and they tell you, hey guy, look, I need my return to be 30%. Monthly. My brother, learn to let some investors go. They are not for you. They are potential bomb, potential trouble. How can you be taking money from investor who is dragging 30% with you? Then how much will you make in addition to make profit for yourself? If he has any business that is paying him that much, I don't think he's going to come to you. But when they come to a forex trader, they want a miracle. They want Wonders Bank. And you know what? You want to be the miracle worker. And that is where you get yourself into jail, into trouble, into police issues, into issues with people. Now you are not picking calls again. Do you like it? Now you are trading. You have lost your peace. Do you like it? Dear forex trader, I want to talk to you, trader to trader, or upcoming trader, or you that is about to come into the industry. You are preparing yourself. Let me tell you, I know you are saying to yourself, hey, MJ, I will never collect people money. You have not seen. One day, I sat with a man who wanted to give me years ago $1 million. Believe me, as of that time, I was not even having a $5,000 to $10,000. And when it came, like $1 million, we're talking about $1 million here. Think about what it will do for you. Think about your family. Think about everything. Think about your future. Think about the Benz you wanted to buy. Think about the Lamborghini. Think about the house. Think about the trip. Think about your dreams. Think about your future. At that moment, the temptation, it will be at a different level. That is when in the Nigeria Pidgin English, you're going to hear people said, it's once man they die. You have to take risks. But let me tell you, you may not be dying. You may not die once. You might be dying slowly. They may kill you slowly. So I was sincere with myself. Most of you are not honest with yourself. And you know what I said to him? I'm a forex trader, but right now, I'm only prepared to trade for myself. I am not prepared to manage large sum like $1 million. Here is it. Pause a little, forex trader. There's a difference between managing your $1,000, your $100 successfully and managing $100,000. And most of you don't know. You say, but MJ, the strategy is one. It's just a change of loss side. My brother, it's not just a change of loss side. It's also a change of mindset and psychology. Most of you don't know. Let's take example. You have been trading $100 and you saw $20 drawdown. That is just 20%. You said just 20% is $20. 20% of $1 million is $200,000. Can you bear that? Can your psychology take that? Can you sleep? Can you eat when you are in South Jordan with somebody's fund and money? Meanwhile, you are promised 30% at the end of the month. You see where the trouble begins. And you see where I'm coming, where today podcast coming. Listen to me, guy. You don't have to go through that problem. You don't have to go that way. You have to put structure in place as a trader to deal with this so that you don't get into trouble. So you say, MJ, so how do we now scale up? That's what I'm telling you. So that's what I'm telling you, successful way. What to avoid first. Avoid it. Do all you can to avoid. See, in life, avoid other people's faith, avoid other people's women, and avoid other people's money. You will stay peaceful. Avoid other people, dealing with other people's faith, avoid dealing with other people's women, and avoid dealing with other people's money as best as you can. But you see, I'm saying if you must deal with other people's money, never receive it directly. Let them fund, manage it, and don't trade recklessly. Don't promise don't even promise a high return, but for me, don't promise return. Just tell your investor, look, we'll manage the account. Whatever the market gives based on this market condition, that is what we are going to be dealing with. Now you say, MJ, but there are investors that want you to they just want you to put a percentage. You can't just tell them like that. Well, I think you should know that you can tell the person, okay, a minimum of 5% in a month. In a situation where we do not go the downside, then you tell him also, as you are giving him that fix, you also give him a fixed stop loss. It's called equity stop. This is equity risk and equity stop. For equity risk, there should be equity stop in order to manage risks in equity risks. Okay? What is equity stop? Out. If you are trading a $100,000 account, you must have agreed also with the investor while you have fixed. The maximum you can lose is maybe 30 or 40% of the account, and you pause. Now, never, also, most forex traders made this mistake. They make the mistake of promising people that they are going to cover the loss. Oh, that's a recipe for jail. Don't ever do that. Now, you can talk about covering losses beyond the agreed loss. For example, if the agreed loss tolerance level of the investor is 30% and he gave you $100,000, you can tell the investor, what I can tell you is any money beyond, that is lost beyond $30,000, I will take responsibility for it. Not for all the losses. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to write this. Get a lawyer, write your agreement, ensure as a trader, you are not just talking. Let there be reference point, documents, and make sure this document covers you, protects you. Don't just be in a haste to receive money. If you can't manage the greed of investors, then you are not a true fund manager. You're going to get into trouble soon. So I want to still address it again. As a forex trader, number one, have structure. Understand compliance. Number two, never you receive money fund directly to your account. That is a no. Number three, if you must manage account, let the person fund. Manage it with a written agreement and clarity. Number four, ensure that you state the terms and conditions for losses. Who bear the risks of the loss? Let me tell you guys, I don't bear any risks for loss for a fund of anybody. Okay? No. You are taking risks yourself. The market has liquidity risks. Anybody who is not ready, please let him go. Make sure you are doing the right thing. So today, how to avoid jail, jail time, or trouble, or being dragged on social media. This is just the simple truth for forex traders. Guys, I want you to comment on this, and let me tell you, I will not tell you how to get fund or raise fund to scale your business, maybe in one of my podcast. Meanwhile, I want you to watch this video. It's going to help you for solution for those of you who are looking for profitable forex robots and strategy to trade. And by the way, you are coming into our community and you will test it for free. These are top forex AIs and strategy that they are keeping away from you. Take a look at the video, the next video. Don't skip. Thank you. My name is MJ Young, and this is the Dark Forex Truths. Hi, don't skip this video, because this may be the only video you may ever need in the forex space online. My name is Sir MJ Young, and I'm the CEO of FX Oracle AI Global. Are you struggling with consistency in the forex industry even after many years, or you are a newbie and you want to start your journey rightly? I am hosting the last forex boot camp in the forex space on the 12th and 13th and on the 26th and 27th of this month. It's going to be 2 boot camp in 1 month with amazing access. In the Forex Last Bus Stop boot camp, there is no fee, no buying of courses, just mentoring and giving you the opportunity to test proven strategy and AI with more than 1 year performance result on live account. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last bus stop, and this is where Forex Without Tears starts from. In this Forex Bootcamp, you will be given access to 2 top most profitable robots and software that most top Forex brokers and professionals are keeping away from you. Click the link below and chat us and join 1,000 traders around the world from different countries who are already using these robots in this bootcamp. Thank you, and see you there.